Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear friend Adam. My dear friends, good evening, and I'm very pleased to be here amongst you in Dublin. This is my first visit, and I hope it will not be the last. You can say that, I'm here to speak on behalf of the movement of the Red Cross and the Red Crescent, which was honored to have and had the privilege to include in its membership in 2006, in June 2006, both Magen David Adom and the Palestinian Red Crescent, because we thought at that time that it is important for the victims, for the people that suffer in our region, that these two national societies work together, and there should be both members of the Red Cross, Red Crescent movement. This was possible in 2006, as I mentioned earlier, because since the inception of Israel in 1948, they have been trying to get into the movement, but to no avail. And I thought, when I became chairman of the Red Cross, Red Crescent movement, I thought maybe the time is right now, having a Muslim in the name of Muhammad, a Jordanian, that we can change this. And we do need both national societies, the Magen David Adom and the Palestinian Red Crescent, to be members of our movement, because we do work in the interest of the people that need us. And the first thing that comes into anybody's mind when they are distressed, when they have any kind of crisis, it is always the Red Cross. And we don't want to let them down. At least we would like to be able to answer their call and be there with them. So in 2006, as I said earlier, I chaired the international conference that was held in Geneva, and the wish to have them both into the Red Cross, Red Crescent movement was accomplished. So as from 2006, Magen David Adom became a full member, along with the Palestinian Red Crescent, of the Red Cross, Red Crescent movement. Now you might think, what interest do I have in talking about the Palestinians and talk about the Israelis? My interest is being, as a humanitarian person who has really gave all his life. I spent over 40 years now in the Red Cross, Red Crescent movement. This is something I believe in. I believe in the principles of the Red Cross and the Red Crescent. I also believe in the humanitarian values that we carry. And I think that, we should all, those that believe in these principles are always, you find them committed to serve and be able to make a difference in the lives of people, and to try and ease and alleviate the suffering of the injured and those that need us to be with them. And as once you all know the famous song for the Eagles, Hotel California, when they said, yes, you can check in, but you can't get out. So this is the work of the humanitarian work. Sometimes you think that, okay, I will do it for 1 year, 2 years, but after a few years, you find yourself, you're still there, and you are just trapped, and you can't get out. I don't want to get out. I never wanted to get out. I want to stay into this movement, and I wanted to try and do help, and bring, at least bring some hope into the people that are getting frustrated in our region. Muslims, Christians, and Jews, they have always lived in peace, always. They have for centuries been living together, neighbors, like one family, and it has all changed. It has changed because of other reasons. I don't want to go into them. Now, for us, we really need to maintain hope. We have to dream. And as one Brazilian philosopher once said, that if you dream alone, it's only a dream. If we dream together, then it is a reality. So I am one of the dreamers that peace will one day come to the Middle East. Peace will prevail there, and we will not feel at all, at any time, scared for our children. We can feel that we are always safe at all times, and be able to visit each other, exchange, students, exchange visits in any kind, not only do business, just because we want to make money. No, we have to do it for other reasons. We have to do it because we love each other. We have to do it because we both come and descend from the same great-great-grandfather. And this is why we belong to, our destiny is the same. And this is why, if you're staying in a ship, you don't make a hole in it because we all sink. And this is why we always talk and, maintain our friendship with our neighbors, all of our neighbors, and make sure that life would be a much better place for all our children to live in. In May of every year, we do celebrate the Red Cross Red Crescent Day. And the Red Cross Red Crescent Day is a time where we thank our supporters, we thank those that gave their life in the line of duty while they were carrying out their humanitarian missions, and at least remember those people, and also try and honor the supporters that have been always committed to the cause of our Red Cross, Red Crescent movement. Thank you so much. So I would like to thank you all for your support to your, to the Red Cross cause, to Mada Island, and everything. Our work depends on your support. Without your support, we can't do anything. We always need you to be with us, to support us, so we are able to carry out our work. My first visit to Israel was in the late 90s, because I felt that we share the same destiny, as I said, and our part of the world is threatened by earthquakes. Between every 80 years to 100 years, there's always a massive earthquake that takes place in our region. So I made contact with Mada, and I said, listen, we have to coordinate our work, at least to be able to respond to an earthquake and to try and offer our support so we don't have any losses, so we can save lives. This is how it all started. And then we started to build. When I visited a lot, they came, we became friends. And to be honest, you always judge people before you meet them. Sometimes when you hear there is an Arab, his name is Mohammed and so on, straight away you think, well, these are Muslims, they're terrorists. No, they're not. And it's the same with everybody else. I was sitting having coffee once with friends in Geneva. There was a group of us, and they were all Arabs. We were sitting talking in Arabic, and then a couple of friends, Israeli friends, they came, oh, hello Mohammed, hi, come and join us. They sat, we had coffee, and my friends, they were exchanging conversation with them. Everybody was okay. Then when they left, they asked me, who are your friends? They're really very pleasant. Where are they from? I said, they're Israelis. They said, what? I said, yes, Israelis. And this is why, you like somebody because you met with them and you talk to them, then you start to like them. You hate them because you've never met them. This is why and this is why we should encourage exchange, we should encourage conversation. And I'm a believer in humanitarian relations. Humanitarian relations, they are the basis to establish peace in the Middle East. Because, remember, politicians, they don't make peace. It is us, the people, they make peace. This was once said by His Majesty, our late King Hussein, when he said, okay, governments, we can sign peace treaties and so on, but the real peace lies in the hands of our people. And there are lots that I speak to, they are interested in peace, they're not interested to know that, why should we fight? For God's sake. If you have visited the Middle East, if you visited Israel, you will find that this is the nicest place on earth. And we can always, it's heaven. So why are we trying to make hell out of a very nice place? Let's just pull our efforts together, work together, and make it a place where we can all live. There is place for everybody. Shimon Peres once said, when there was an official opening of a hospital in Tel Aviv, I was also invited as the guest international speaker when I was the chairman of the Red Cross, and he said, he said something that I can always remember. He said, when we went into the ward, there were Jews, Christians, Muslims, Arabs, all together. And he looked at them, he said, for God's sake, if you can live together when you are sick, why can't you do it when you're healthy? So we don't need to be ill to sympathize with each other. We should feel for each other, because the family of the Red Cross. The Red Cross is made, our really strength lies in our universality. We are present in 192 countries. Just imagine. This is the largest humanitarian network in the world. We either use the cross or the crescent or Magen David Adom, the shield. So it's up to the country, according to Geneva Conventions, to use whichever emblem it wants. So we're the same family. It's like having Michael, George, and Peter. They have different names, but they are all, they belong to the Murphy family or the Kelly's family or whatever family it is. So we're the same family, and family members don't hurt each other. Family members, they work together, they take care of the family, they take care of the business, and our business is saving lives, making sure that everybody who needs us, we can take care of them and make sure that they are in good health. I will stop now because I think maybe I spoke too much, and I will give you the chance to ask any questions if you want, whenever our gracious host decides to. So thank you ever so much anyway. Thank you.